Hi guys, welcome to Skit's West Side Crime. Thank you for coming. Today we're going to be talking about little Trenton duckett. Okay, so I'll just bring up the 27th 2006 at Windmere Apartments in the 1400 block of Griffin Road in Leesburg, Florida. We are hoping anyone with any information is going to give us a call. Definitely we want to get Trenton home. The initial details frightening in Leeburg, Florida, about 40 miles northwest of Orlando, Trenton. Duckett was reported kidnapped from the apartment he shared with his mother, Melinda Duckett. Melinda told police her son had been abducted from his bedroom while she was in an adjoining room watching TV with some friends. Melinda never told 911 dispatcher the name of anyone who might have kidnapped her son, but the mother did make this vague statement. Melinda does not immediately say who he is, but suspicion would soon fall on Melinda's estranged husband, Trenton's father, Josh Duckett. The couple was separated, going through a very ugly divorce just weeks before her son disappeared. Melinda came here to the Lake County Courthouse where she filed for a restraining order against Josh, claiming she and Trenton were in danger. As evidence, Melinda showed the judge. Police immediately questioned Judge Duckett. According to the police, Josh is telling the truth. Detectives quickly discover Melinda had logged into Josh's MySpace account. When they looked at it, they found that she had been connected to the IP address at her grandparents' house, where she typed the email, sent it to MySpace, and then sent it from MySpace on my page back to herself. At that point, Leeburg police here could have taken Melinda Duckett into custody. Detectives secretly drafted this arrest warrant accusing the mother of computer crimes and perjury, but investigators made the strategic decision to remain quiet about what they knew and allow Melinda to remain free in hopes that she would help them find Trent. Okay, so first video, guys. Just here. And welcome, and don't forget to share the like. Don't forget to hit the like and share and subscribe to my channel. Much appreciated. Okay, so new age progression. So this is pictures of what he would look like at 11 years. Thank you very much, Chris. That would be much appreciated. Much love to you. Come on, yeah. So. Okay, so carrying on with the story, Melinda was trying to remain positive that her son would be found. Josh also stood in front of cameras, begging for his son's safe return as search teams scoured woods and swamps in search of a missing boy. Investigators questioned sex offenders living near this apartment complex here where Trenton was reported kidnapped. But detectives also focused on the 2-year-old's parents. During a news conference, police displayed photos of Josh and Melinda and asked the public to help verify their whereabouts in the hours before Trenton disappeared. Josh stood behind police during that news conference. Melinda was notably absent. 2 days later, Melinda would appear on TV again. CNN talk show host Nancy Grace invited Melinda to phone into her program the day after this. Nancy Grace interview was taped, but before it actually aired on TV, authorities were called to the home of Melinda's grandparents in the Villages. That's where they found Melinda Duckett unalived at the time. Josh was at the police station. Josh remains frustrated that law enforcement did not arrest Melinda when they had the chance. She was the only suspect, but Melinda's suicide did not stop police here from trying to find Trenton. Far from it. In fact, the missing child case is still open. Some remain hopeful that Trent Duckett could still be alive. This age progress photo shows what he might look like today as a young adult. Now others are skeptical but still want his body found, so this mystery can be brought to an end. Next we will show you the suspicious items detectives found in the dumpster outside Melinda Duckett's apartment. Police used cell phone records to retrace the mother's movements in hours before she reported her son. Chris, this happened in Orlando, apparently Florida. So I'm just going to show you another photo, guys. Another video. Okay. My computer today. It's not missing a beat. Here we go. Oh, I'm glad it's doing quite well, my computer today. Okay, so we go to, hurry up. Okay, playlist. Not that one. Okay, playlist. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. Okay, so DNA confirmed to be Trenton Duckett's on the pillow. So,
asking for new evidence in the search for Trenton Duckett. Good evening. I'm Melinda.
I'm Jim Payne. Tonight, investigators pull the father of the 2-year-old missing Leesburg boy behind closed doors, and only West 2 News knows why. West 2 reporter Stephen Stock is live with new information he just uncovered. Stephen?
We learned that today Leesburg police made a new request for samples of Trenton Duckett's DNA. He's the missing 2-year-old. And today Trenton's father, Josh Duckett, provided a hairbrush, toys, and other items that may still have Trenton's DNA on them. Josh Duckett walked out of Leesburg's police department after a closed meeting with detectives, where Duckett turned over, at investigators' request, personal items that might still have Trenton's DNA on them.
Just common everyday things, hairbrush, stuff like that.
Leesburg police confirmed the request for the new DNA, saying they want to make sure they confirm a possible match with DNA found at the original crime scene. They say they want to make sure there's a match with the DNA found on Trenton's pillow the day after he disappeared. A pillow and pillowcase which detectives found thrown away in Melinda Duckett's garbage, along with Trenton's toys, pictures, even the doctor's sonogram of Trenton while still in his mother Melinda's tummy.
They just need it to compare stuff to. I mean, there's a lot of things, and I mean, that goes with any investigation. They always need something to compare something to.
We're going to turn over every rock in this investigation.
That means Marion County detectives are redoing some of the work Leesburg police did last summer, checking the manifest on all airplanes that left the U.S. heading for Korea around the time Trenton disappeared. 12,000 names in all, just in case, because Melinda was originally from Korea.
We're working with Customs to see if there's anyone associated with Melinda that may have left the country.
Investigators also admit tonight they have found no evidence that ever happened. And in fact, the FBI and Leesburg police,
So, carrying on. Mourners arrived at this Florida church in 2006 where a funeral was being held for Melinda Duckett. The young mother committed suicide less than 2 weeks after reporting the disappearance of her son. Melinda told a 911 dispatcher someone had kidnapped a 2-year-old from the apartment while she was in an adjoining room. The screen covering Trenton's bedroom window had been sliced open nearly 2 decades later. The child has never been found, prompting the question, where is Trenton on the night he disappeared? Police looked all over the apartment complex for anyone who may have witnessed the abduction. Soon lead Detective Rick Skiles would arrive to begin the investigation. So, here we go again. So, they think Yeah. Shut the door. Hold on, guys. Sorry about this.
An update now on the search for missing toddler Trenton Duckett. Last night at 6, our feature interview was with Major Chris Blair, Marion County's Stephen Stock, who is live in Marion County. And Stephen, you've been following up on that interview. What do you have for us tonight?
Well, Wendy, I can tell you detectives have begun working once again on new clues and information that continues to come in after that interview. And in fact, after your interview with Major Blair, the national media picked up on the case once again. NBC gaining information that you can hear on West 2 News at 6. Detectives are also now talking to experts in the field of adoptions from Korea. They say they want to try to understand the different child versus here in the United States, just in case, as well as interviews with the major players in this case. Again, to be clear, investigators have no evidence one way or the other whether or not Trenton Duckett is alive or dead, but they continue to follow the theory that he is still alive and well, at least here in Marion County, and they are continuing to check several options about whether, in fact, he went to
Okay, so carrying on. Detectives could never determine whether Trenton's bedroom window screen was cut from the inside or outside, but as this crime scene photo shows the window panel and many blinds are open only a few inches, police say that opening is the same size as the slit in the window screen and is way too small for an adult to fit through. Also, notice these pillows, the toddler's bed. The day after this crime scene photo was taken, detectives found one of those pillows in a dumpster. That pillow and only that pillow of his bed was thrown in the trash after the search warrant, and that's not all. Police found inside the dumpster in front of Melinda's apartment, also in the trash, Trenton's first birthday card, a box filled with his toys and Trenton's baby pictures, including a sonogram image. But while police were suspicious of the mother, they did not immediately rule out the boy's father, Josh Duckett, who was Melinda's estranged husband. The possibility of Joshua's abduction or on the scale, and the possibility of Melinda's involvement is up very high on the scale. These stacks of records from the Florida Department of Children and Families detail a rocky relationship between Melinda and Josh Duckett. Josh and Melinda were just 19 years old when they brought Trenton home from the hospital. The couple later married, but things just did not work out. They were separated throughout much of Trenton's first 2 years of his life. Joshua and Melinda each accused each other of abusing Trenton, but investigators with Florida Department of Children and Families say they never found any physical evidence indicating that the child was being harmed. Meanwhile, custody of Trenton bounced from family member to family member. Alright, next video.
when we I don't know. I took it very personal. Right. You know, I, I just checked on him not even like 2 hours before that. Maybe it should have been like an hour or something, or maybe I should have, done something else, or and things keep going through your head, and it just keeps getting worse with time.
But you never think somebody's going to come into your house and take your child. I mean, that's just so.
I know, because you're supposed to be safe. I haven't even been staying there. But he would love that thing.
Tell me about him. Tell me about Trenton. What's he like? What's his personality like?
Very friendly, very outgoing.
I don't know if you guys actually heard any of that video. Unbeknownst to Josh, Melinda had reportedly been searching for a hitman. Police records released years later show the target was her husband after his son's disappearance. Josh Duckett had voluntarily come down here to the police station to take a holograph examination, which being police confirmed he passed. Melinda Duckett refused to take a lie detector, reportedly at the advice of her attorney, but the mother did agree to a voice stress analysis. According to police, that test indicated possible deception. Another baffling thing to detectives, they wanted to know exactly where Melinda and Trenton were in the hours leading up to his disappearance. Melinda told investigator that she and the toddler spent the day driving around Central Florida in her Mitsubishi Eclipse, at one point stopping by her grandparents' house, but she claims they were not at home. Melinda says she and Trenton then travelled to the Altamont Mall neighbouring Police later checked more security cameras but could not confirm the mother and the child had been there. Melinda claimed they then got lost and ended up in downtown Orlando near the former T. Waterhouse Center Arena before returning home to Leeburg. Detectives say Melinda's witness statements at ATM records and cell phone tower data tell a different version. According to police, Melinda's cell phone pings placed the mother near Ocala, possibly around the Paddock Mall around 12:08 p.m. It appears she then may have travelled south with her cell phone pinging near Wildwood around 12:30 p.m. and then somewhere near Minola around 12:45 p.m. At that point, Melinda's cell phone activity goes silent for nearly 3 hours. Her next cell phone ping would be near Tar at 3:42 p.m. A short time later, around 4 p.m., a witness claims to have seen Melinda back at her Leeburg apartment, again without Trenton. Melinda told police she put Trenton to bed in his room here around 6:45 p.m. 6:45 p.m. About 50 minutes later, two of Melinda's friends showed up at the apartment to watch a movie. They say they never saw Trenton that night. Around 9 p.m., one of those friends called 911 after Melinda claimed she discovered her son was missing from his room. Detective Giles, hey, Mind of Monsters, hey, Kimber. Detective Giles was preparing to confront Melinda about her inconsistent stories. That's when an FBI agent's cell phone began to ring. Alright, let's see the next video, guys. Okay, so I'm here. Okay, yeah. Okay. Just gotta wait for this to load up. Oh, whoops. Play it when tablet, so what I want to do. No, oh yeah, I did. I had QRPB. That was my channel before I changed my channel name. So, yeah. I also have a Discord channel as well that I think you might be in. I can't quite remember. Kimber. We're up to, okay. No. Okay. Oh, oops.
morning, an Amber Alert is out for this 2-year-old boy who was missing from Leesburg. Trenton, Duckett's mother, reported him missing last night from their home. First News reporter Samantha Knapp is live at the Leesburg Police Department with the latest information. And Samantha, at this point, investigators believe foul play was involved.
They do. They actually looked at the window of the bedroom that they saw him. And when they looked at that window, they saw some to that window. So right now, police are taking this case. She said she saw him again at about 7 o'clock at night. Then 2 hours later, when she went to go check on him in that bedroom, he was not there. It's unclear if she heard or saw anything suspicious during the hours leading up to the
Hold on. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Leesburg. Trenton, Duckett's mother, reported him missing last night from their home. First News reporter Samantha Knapp is live at the Leesburg Police Department with the latest information. And Samantha, at this point, investigators believe foul play was involved.
They do. They actually looked at the window of the bedroom that this 2-year-old was sleeping in at about 7 o'clock was the last time his mother saw him. And when they looked at that window, they saw some suspicious sort of signs that maybe someone forced their way into that window. So right now, police are taking this very, very seriously. One parent was home at the time with this 2. She said she saw him again at about 7. Then 2 hours later, when she went to go back, was not there. Saw anything in the hours leading up to the 2-year-old. But so far, any leads.
In the 21 years I've been here, we've never been looking at anything like type case. Maybe a stranger that involvement, parent, other domestic type situations, and obviously all angles. And we just
So this morning, finding uncharged like this in several years, they're asking questions from the Florida Department
we up to? Melinda's suicide inside her parents' home was a major setback, but the missing child investigation was only just beginning. While they assumed Trenton is unalived, either intentionally or by accident, there is no proof of that. Police have never found any blood or other evidence that conclusively shows Trenton was harmed. That gives Trenton's dad hope. His son might still be alive. The mystery of his disappearance has captivated the community, and it's been a source of intrigue for true crime enthusiasts. At the time Trenton vanished, social media was just in its infancy. Nowadays, when a kid is kidnapped or disappears, we might get an Amber Alert on our smartphones. That was certainly not the case back then. People were asking, "Where's Trenton?" That was also true among the armchair sleuths. Most folks talked about Trenton's disappearance face to face. It was also true among the armchair sleuths. Most folks talked about Trenton's disappearance face to face. It was certainly a hot topic at hair salons, but for a relatively small tech-savvy group, information about Trenton Duckett disappearance was available on online sites like Web Sleuths, U-Sleuths, Crime Plot, blog, Scared Monkeys, and Hot gave armchair forum to discuss the case with other true crime enthusiasts. Trenton's father, Josh Duckett, tells me he occasionally follows those early websites focused on his missing son's case. One day, a mysterious post using the screen name Mert claimed he had inside knowledge about Trenton's disappearance. Mert suggested that around the 12th of January, this was back in 2007, there would be a major break in the Duckett case. That morning, Mert posted his startling message addressed to Trenton's caretaker. That read, "I now know why Melinda trusted you to take care of Trenton." Mert urged the captor to drop Trenton off at a hospital, saying, "If you need help, contact me now. Contact me. You know how," Mert said. His internet postings falsely claiming to know Trenton's caretaker were just a misguided attempt to solve the case using what he called the psychological trick. These so-called cyber sleuths discussed many theories about Trenton Duckett's disappearance, including one death row since 1988 for the and unaliving of 11-year-old Teresa McGabe. James, who is Josh's father, maintains his innocence after his grandson Trenton vanished. Detectives interviewed James on death row but found no evidence of his involvement. Other internet discussions focused on pornographic videos Melinda Duckett made of herself and sold online. Okay. Who? Yeah. Thanks for letting everybody on my live know. Of course I am. That's why I haven't come out and got my own shit, babe.
But when you're coming before you were quietly,
Yeah.
and then I thought you were finished.
Yeah, well, it's going all over the internet what we're talking about. You're alright. Okay. Okay, why? Hold on, guys. Right. Okay, here we go. All right, back to where we were. Again, try uploading this. Oh, hold on, do that.
So right now, police are taking. Yesterday, we told you how police had confirmed a second sighting of little Trenton and his mother at a Marion County Wendy's just before he was reported missing. Late this afternoon, police released their interview with that second Wendy's worker. Let's listen to part of that interview now.
Glanced at Melinda and looked to the back, and I seen the child, and well, she was talking to me, my employee. I was looking at the child and I noticed him back there and he was just so cute. But see, I don't know. Okay. I don't look at Melinda. What did you notice about the woman that you're calling Melinda? What? I know you said a quick. Well, she had dark. She had long hair. She does have that. She had Oriental. It was mainly the little boy that I seen. Like I said, when I seen him on TV, it was like a clip, just looking straight at his face, into his eyes. Okay. And
That's the voice.
Said case. But again, police say they found no connection between those adult videos and Trenton's disappearance, as missing child case was being discussed online. CNN talk show host Nancy Grace was bringing the case to a national audience. The day after this interview with Melinda was recorded, but before it actually aired on, oh no, we've seen that one. Shortly before the lawsuit was filed, Grace travelled to Leesburg, where she broadcast her show. Well, critics say Grace's involvement in the case was done for TV ratings. Josh believes she genuinely wanted to help find Trenton. Melinda's family reached a settlement in the lawsuit, saying the parties now agreed that Nancy Grace, the producers of her program, and CNN engaged in no intentional wrongdoing in the course of dedicating a program to finding the missing toddler. As part of the settlement, CNN agreed to pay $2,000 for the sole purpose of locating Trenton Duckett. That money was later given to the National Centre for Missing and Exploited Children. Every few years, the non-profit publishes a new age photo of Trenton. Shortly after the toddler disappeared, a new witness came forward that seemed to turn the investigation upside down. This witness raised the possibility that Melinda Duckett may have given her son away to someone else. The surprise witness that came forward weeks after 2-year-old Trenton Duckett disappeared was about to turn the missing child investigation upside down. Melinda told police that an abductor snatched her son out of his bedroom window. By nearly 2 weeks after reporting Trenton's disappearance, Melinda took her own life. Now, nearly 2 decades later, people are still asking, where's Trenton? Well, sadly, many believe he is probably unalive, but there are some who are holding out hope that Trenton could still be alive, including his dad. If so, how could that be? Well, one possibility is the handoff theory. It was shortly after Melinda reported her son's abduction that detectives started to question whether the boy was really kidnapped from his bedroom. Early on, Leesburg, Florida police were open to the possibility that maybe Melinda gave Trenton away to someone else, possibly a family member or a friend. Officers urged that person to drop the child off at a public place. Okay, so
Tonight, inside a case that's baffled investigators for months, Trenton Duckett, the 2-year-old Leesburg boy who's been missing for 5 Joshua Duckett, in the middle of their marital problems, Trenton. Now, Melinda has taken her own life, and Joshua's clinging to hope that Trenton's still alive. In a moment, Chief Investigator Chris Blair will join me live from Marion County. But first, West News' Bob Keeling takes a look back at key moments in this case.
Sunday evening, August 27th, Melinda Duckett reports her 2-year-old son Trenton missing. A window screen in his bedroom has been cut. The next day, the boy's father, Joshua Duckett, passes a lie detector test. Melinda refuses to take one. September 8th, Melinda Duckett commits suicide at her grandparents' home in Marion County. Investigators find 3 notes, but none indicating her son's whereabouts. September 21st, Leesburg police declare Melinda Duckett their prime suspect and conclude that in all likelihood, Trenton is no longer alive. November 14th, based on new information, Marion County investigators declare they're renewing the investigation based on the theory that Trenton is still alive. November 23rd, West 2 reports that 2 Wendy's employees tell investigators they saw Trenton with his mother alive and well the day before she reported him missing. January 17th, detectives question the boy's grandfather, a convicted murderer on Florida's death row, but get no new leads. Last week, investigators go public with a theory that Melinda may have tried to send her son to her native Korea.
And now joining us live from Ocala is Marion County's lead investor in this case, Major Chris Blair. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Major Blair, you've told me that a key distinction in Marion County's case is that you are working on the belief that Trenton is still alive. Why do you think that?
Well, there's no evidence to support otherwise. I'm not that any harm came to Trenton.
Can you confirm today that Melinda Duckett became a notary the same? She have used that to get him out of anything?
We expect if it did, and then know what she's done.
To track him down, but she killed the baby.
Well, that's it. Certainly, the detectives have to look at. I wasn't involved in the investigation or the Marion County Sheriff's Office at the time. That's something the decision had to be made. They made it, and that's where we are today.
Now, one of the things we were talking about earlier in talking about Melinda were several things about her personality that also make you think that maybe Trenton's still alive right now.
Yes, ma'am. I mean,
On Trenton's case, the most significant thing is the convicted person. See you come back. Yeah, hard. See ya, come back. Yes, I agree, totally. Yeah, okay, so. Okay, after Melinda unalived herself inside her grandparents' home, police found several suicide notes. The suicide notes did not indicate Trenton was unalived. Instead, Melinda suggested her son was still alive, writing, "Even after my baby is found, I would not be a good mother." While Leesburg police were preparing the public for the worst possible outcome across town, the Marion County Sheriff's Office launched its own parallel investigation based on the premise of the toddler was still alive. According to Marion investigators, 2 employees of this Wendy's restaurant in Bellevue claimed to have seen Trenton with his mum just hours before she reported him missing. One of the fast food workers who passed the polygraph claimed she served Melinda and Trenton here in the Wendy's drive-thru, at one point removing her drive-thru headset so she could hear the child name. That same Wendy's employer says Melinda returned to the drive-thru about 20 minutes later. That time Trenton was no longer in the car. If Melinda handed off the toddler, where was Trenton taken? Well, Marin County investigator had another theory. The agency looked into whether Trenton was brought here to Orlando International Airport and smuggled onto a plane, possibly bound for South Korea. Melinda was born in South Korea, but she was adopted by an American family when she was just a few months old. Melinda's parents say she had absolutely no ties to her native country, and Leesburg police absolutely discounted that handoff theory, saying the alleged sighting at Wendy's just simply didn't match up with the timeline established by Melinda's cell phone records and other witnesses' statements. Also, Leesburg police say none of Melinda's friends or the friends of those friends ever boarded a plane around the time of Trenton's disappearance. Lead Detective Rich Giles, who is now retired, is convinced the child is unalive. Detective Giles' personal opinion is that Trenton's mother took her son's life, possibly an entire day before reporting him missing. Officially, the Leesburg Police Department's investigation remains open. Melinda Duckett is the prime suspect in the reported disappearance of Trenton, despite there being no evidence that Trenton Duckett is alive. There is also no evidence confirming he's unalived. That gives Trenton's father hope that Melinda may have given their son away to somebody, even if it did not happen at the Bellevue Wendy's. Josh believes Melinda's friends have not told detectives everything they know about Trenton's disappearance at the Leesburg Police Department. An investigator remains assigned to the case to follow up on any leads, and Trenton's missing child poster is still hanging in the windows. Anyone with information about his disappearance, call the Central Florida Crime Line or the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Until this child is found, this community will continue to ask, where's Trenton? So I'm going to show you one more video, and I think I do know the guy's name. I'm just going to show you an interview with the mother. Okay, so where are we? Okay. Do we know his name? I think his name was... I'll have a look at it while we're here. I'll just do this video first of the mum's interview, police interview, I think it is. What happened there? Yeah. Okay.
See, the whole thing my grandparents were worried about was whether I and him were going to be safe, and I am perfectly fine. I'm capable of taking care of myself. That means it would be unsupervised, and that was ridiculous because if anything happened, they said it would be switched to criminal charges, which after the fact, if anything were to happen. Every single time something has gone on, they've always escalated it. They've always taken it to the next step, and there's nothing with Josh's dad's background, with Carla. No, because
I mean, we understand why you're afraid. I understand why.
he's physically, his mom has done stuff to him, and he's flip-flopped back and forth, and he's continued to get worse. He hit 21, and I heard that he was drinking and this and that, and every single time, if I'm going to think that, well, it's just going to continue like this, and he's going to continue to get worse, then God only knows. And they asked me, do you really think do you have anything to worry about? Nicole was saying, don't worry, he's safe and this and that, but you don't know that he is. And honest to God, we're sitting in this room, and They wouldn't let me leave, and I guarantee you I could have done more. It might not have been the right way, but I guarantee I could have done more than sitting in an apartment and waiting for people to come and do stuff that aren't going to do anything. And it's not doing any good. And I'm not getting anywhere.
And I understand that you're,
Don't.
Joshua's not totally venomous.
No, because he's lied before and he's gotten away with it. Everything seems to go their way with that, except when we won that case and everything was finalized. That's it. And that was it. And if he was this or that, and I'd just be sitting there watching TV or something.
Why do you want to watch TV if you're trying to say?
But that's not what I mean. If things were the way that you're saying. And there wouldn't have been any reason to do anything, and I would.
But there was reason.
There was reason.
There was reason.
You were afraid of Joshua.
No.
Afraid of him.
He wasn't going to get it back, though. That's why the continuance was there.
She just said everything kept going their way and everything.
No. That was before he got non-compliant with the case.
Visitations without
supervision. They were doing.
You're flopping around.
No, I'm not. That was before.
Yes, I am wondering. I will just go over here and I'll look up that guy's name for you. Oh. Now I know it begins with R, I think. Oh, I'm going to get it for you. Who? Right. Come on. Who was oh. Okay, let's have a look who it is. No. Tree those. No. Have you seen? No. Oh. Okay. No. No. Okay. Hmm. Wait. Can't. I did see the fella, but I can't see it now. Oh. Okay. Why is? Oh, I can't find it for the life of me. Oh, well, we'll finish it off there. Because I can't find what I was looking for. But thanks for coming. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And come again. I shall have another live with another missing case in a few days. Thank you. Bye. Why is it?